Hello and welcome. This is the Deacon Kirby Show, and I hope that everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. And it's been a while since I've done this, but here I am again with a Trailblazing Tuesday here on the Deacon Kirby YouTube channel. And today, the person who I'm talking about for Trailblazing Tuesday is none other than Evangelist Pastor Rosie Wallace. When I talk about trailblazing, Pastor Rosie Wallace fits that description. She recently passed away from us the past Friday, May 23rd, 2014. And I would say this is such a sad day in Philadelphia history, a sad day in gospel music history, a sad day in Philadelphia gospel music. I mean, Philadelphia has raised plenty of great gospel singing legends that have gone on. Clara Ward and the Ward Singers, the Davis Sisters, so many, Marion Williams, so many people I can name from Philadelphia, the Dixie Hummingbirds, so many great gospel music legends, just to put out there. Anyway, Pastor Rosie Wallace was a part of a group called the Imperial Gospel Singers, and that was such a great group Rosie Wallace was with. Then she pastored the church, the First Church of Love, Faith, and Deliverance. She married a man named Eddie Brown. And just to talk about some history that I know about Rosie Wallace, her husband Eddie Brown and Rosie Wallace, they were good friends with my aunts and grandmother. My aunts and grandmother were the famous Davis Sisters of Philadelphia. And I was told that Rosie Wallace would be at the house a lot. I also heard that Eddie Brown played the piano for some time with my aunts and grandmother when they would go out to sing. A side note with Eddie Brown, that I've heard that his sister, some backup for Elvis Presley, that was Eddie Brown's sister. But that's just a side note. But with Pastor Rosie Wallace was good friends with my grandmother. And with that being told to me, I said, I really need to go and visit, Rosie Wallace Church one day. So one day I heard that Bishop Mr. Richard Clean White was supposed to be preaching at her church. So I said, why don't I go over there, and that way I could meet Pastor Rosie Wallace, meet Mr. Clean, and get an autograph and picture from both of them. And I went to the church and I was able to meet Mr. Clean, and I was able to meet Pastor Rosie Wallace. And it was such a good time talking to Pastor Rosie Wallace, because she informed me how good friends she was with my grandmother, Thelma Davis. She told me how Thelma Davis, my grandmother, was good friends with her, was one of the main reasons how she was able to come into the church. That's how close they were. And Rosie Wallace told me how she will always be over my aunt's house over there on Cambria Street. She knew them very well. And hearing the passing of Evangelist Rosie Wallace, I thought to myself, I said, this is the closing of almost like the closing of a generation of gospel music legends in Philadelphia. There's still great legends across the United States. You have your Dorothy Norwood, that's in Atlanta, and a couple more legends, the Barrett Sisters in Chicago. So many legends. I'm not going to go through all the names because there's going to be so many legends just to name. But it's just a sad time, but also a glorious time, because we know where Pastor Wallace is. This weekend, she's having a musical on Friday. Then our homegoing celebration is on Saturday at Deliverance. The musical is going to be at her church. But I am so excited to to be a part of this history making, because I do plan on attending the services and to pay respect to Pastor Rosie Wallace. With that being said, that is Trailblazing Tuesday with Deacon Kirby and Pastor Rosie Wallace. I know you're resting in glory. So can you say to your neighbor, say, neighbor, God cares. Wonderful Savior.
He knows just how much we can bear. Well, just think of the times that you've